you ready for Friday Night Football Frenzy with Sports Director Joey Lamar and Ken Kozarowski?
Welcome to Week 7 of Friday Night Football Frenzy, and tonight we switch things up a little bit.
Yeah, Class AAA can take a back seat. Tonight we start with New Salem and Shiloh Christian in that 9-man Region 5 title shot.
That's right. These two teams have played great the last two times they were on the field. And I have to say, I did predict New Salem All-Mike Logan to win the 9-man state championship this year. So let's go to the game. Shiloh and New Salem for the Region 5 crown on the opening drive. Shiloh kept feeding Caden Fagerlin, and Fagerlin gets into the end zone, and Shiloh Christian goes up 8-0 after the 2-point conversion. So now, on New Salem's opening drive, Evan Hinkey responds with the quarterback sneak to make the score 8-6 Shiloh. Then on the 2-point conversion, Hinkey looking to throw, and he finds Tate Wolding, who will actually catch the ball twice to tie the game at 8. Then after New Salem stops Shiloh on defense, the host team stays 4th down, and the screen pass goes to Chauncey Dittus, and he will dive right in front of you and into the end zone for the score. So New Salem with a big win tonight, 50-22.
Great game. In Region 3, Napoleon hosting a Region 1 foe in Richland. And on the very first drive of the game, Richland's Hunter Lentz receives the pitch, but he is hit and fumbles the ball. Ooh. And Napoleon Gackle Streeter recovers. So on Napoleon's offensive game plan, Jamison Fettig finding his way into the end zone. You see it all year long. It's 6-0 Imperials. Yeah, he just does it all the time. Very next play, Nathan Weigel gets the direct snap and walks right into the end zone for the 2-pointer, and it's 8-zip. On the next drive, Cole Myers sweeps it to his right, and somebody forgot to pay the electric bill when the lights go out and cause a stoppage. And the teams actually couldn't come to an agreement on this one, so it goes down as a no contest and won't be made up. So a very weird game between Napoleon and Richland with an act of God almost. Those two might meet again in the playoffs, though.
You're right. Now let's jump to Class A with Dickinson Trinity and Beulah. Might not be playing again for a couple of years. Beulah moving up to Class AA next year. It's the end of the first quarter. Nathan Bateste takes the snap and scrambles trying to find a receiver, but the coverage is too strong. Seth Horner is there and almost gets the turnover. Then in the second quarter, Trinity has the ball and Caden Coots receives the pitch and nothing but green grass in front of him. Trinity goes up 12-0. And on the next drive, the Miners are on the goal line. Caleb McGraw works around the outside and gets into the end zone, but Trinity is still up 12-6. Then near the end of the half, Trinity's Caden Coots on the kickoff return, and he makes some moves and gets around the defenders, and he spins and he's going to take this one all the way to the house to make the score 18-6. Trinity would tack on another score and win this game 24-6.
He's going to look good in the green and gold at NDSU. In Wilton, Hazen looking to stay in the playoff hunt at Southern McLean on a snowy and muddy field. Third quarter, Hazen up 22-6, and they get an INT courtesy of Garrett Ward. Just look at those field conditions.
Snow game, gotta love it.
Yeah. Ensuing drive, the handoff goes to Tyson Vandenwagen. He hits the outside and is going to reach the corner for the touchdown. You see more of the snow there, 28-6. Rough Riders trying to answer, but the conditions are almost like another defender as Caden Sago gets the fumble recovery for the Bison. And then they were just looking to run the clock out in the fourth, but Isaac Dahl coughs it up, though this time he pounces on it. And the Bison cruise in the snow 28-6. So Hazen still hanging on to that 4th playoff spot in Region 4.
Yeah, a win next week against Kildare would secure a state playoff berth. All right, stick around because we'll get you caught up on the action from Class AAA.
But first, here's a look at scores from around the area.
A big thank you to the Legacy High School cheerleaders as we welcome you back to Friday Night Football Frenzy.
And this whole state would be in a frenzy if Legacy were to knock off the #1 ranked team in the state, BHS.
Oh, that would be a monumental upset. We start this game in the first quarter. Demons already up 7-0, and on fourth down, Rhett Clemens on the rollout and tosses to Keenan Woodbury, who keeps his feet in bounds, and they would eventually come up short, so nothing doing for Legacy there. Now the Demons have the ball and Will Matler rolling out, and they need a conversion. He hits Isaiah Olsen near the sideline, but Olsen is tripped up just before the goal line. But then he would cash in the touchdown the old-fashioned way, 14-0 Demons. And then on fourth and goal, Legacy. It's a bad snap, but Clemens tries to complete the pass, but it's off his hands. The Demons would take over deep in their own territory, and a few plays later on third down, the Demons bust out the wide receiver screen, and Matt Trolley shows how he can fly down the middle of the field. That's 90-plus yards to score. The Demons, they just are rolling. They go on to win 56-0.
And at Mandan, they're at home facing Minot. Braves led 14-7 at the break. In the third, Minot's Derry Lentz puts a big lick on the Mandan running back to set up 3rd and inches. So Minot looking to get a stop in the ball back, but that's where Mandan got the revenge play. Austin Fry initially stopped, but then squirts free. 70-yard touchdown run. That dude is clutch. And the Braves are up 21-7.
That was a big play.
It was. And then Minot would try to respond with a touchdown drive of their own. Peyton Fillion shakes a couple of guys in the hole, and he is off to the races. That made it a one-score game, but Mandan pulls away 42-28.
And Century out east at Fargo Davies. And the Pats already up 28-0 at the break. And in the third quarter, Century's Nathan Kraft comes up with a huge stop on 4th and 2. And off the turnover on down, Century's Cade Feeney is going to walk into the end zone. No one touched him. The #2 team in the state goes up 35-3. Later in the quarter, Century needs another defensive stop on 4th and 1. And this is almost caught, but the ball will fall to the ground for the incompletion. So off another turnover on downs, Nathan Kraft powers his way into the end zone. That is his second touchdown of the night. Pats up 42-3, and they go on to win 45-3. So Century playing really strong ahead of next week's matchup with Bismarck High.
I am really looking forward to that one. It's going to be a dandy.
We are going to be at that game.
Big rivalry. Don't go anywhere because we have our best play of the day and our best camera work of the day.
But first, another look from scores around the region. Wow. What?
You paid them to say that, right?
I did not. Mandan, look, let me tell you something, Mandan. I love you more, okay? I love you more. That was outstanding.
Okay, you're throwing me under the bus here.
I'm not throwing you under the bus.
As you welcome us back to Friday Night Football Frenzy. It's getting a little chippy here.
It is. Okay, let's go to the play of the week. They've already wrote the video, and it comes from Trinity and Beulah. Is Caden Coots on this awesome touchdown return on the opening kickoff as Trinity would pick up this win. Big win for Trinity tonight.
Big win for them. All right, now let's get ready for our shot of the day. With one more of these, I lock up the title for the season.
You do, but I'm going to throw a challenge flag on this one. Here's our shot of the day. It comes from Ken. It said BHS and Legacy. It's Will Matler on the rollout to Isaiah Olsen near the sideline, just shy of the score, but it set up a field goal. And as we go to the break, I don't know. I got a challenge flag on that.
Hey, that's all right. I mean, we had an impartial judge, though, so that's how it works.
First time impartial judge.
All right, let's look ahead to next week quick. Bismarck and Century is going to be the game to watch in Class AAA. Legacy trying to solidify their spot in third against Williston around there. A lot of good games going on next week, but Bismarck Century is the one.
Let's go quick to the photo finish, maybe. Do we have that up? Let's go quickly. All right.
Snow on the ground.
Yeah, there's our photo finish.
Go away next week.
All right, for Ken Kozarowski, I'm Joey Lamar. Thanks for watching. We'll see you back here next week.